In the local government election last year, we gave them 7 love. The people delivered 7 to the Hanover Municipal Corporation. And that is a great platform to deliver the next 2 to make it 9. And I'm feeling very confident because when I arrive here this evening and I see the energy of the people, I know that change is coming. Change is coming to Hanover. A better change, better times are ahead, better representation, better leadership. I am very pleased. I'm indeed more than pleased that on the slate of candidates that we have representing the People's National Party for the next general elections, more than 1/3 are women. And women of quality, women of determination, women of commitment, women of courage, beautiful women. Women who will represent the people to the best of their ability and with all their heart. And you know, here in Region 6, you say 5 out of 10, 50%. Wonderful, man. I know the people of Hanover will be in good hands when they have Andrea and they have Heather. And comrades, I just want to say, every time I come to Lucy nowadays, I feel good. Yeah, man. Hanover people, Hanover comrades, on a great man. I feel the love. I feel the passion. I feel the energy. And I know the change is coming. Comrades, the next government of the People's National Party will be grounded in a solid ethical foundation with moral values that the people of Jamaica can have confidence and trust in. We have a government now which has been racked by scandals, nepotism and cronyism, led by a man whose integrity commission filings are not in order. He is not in good standing with the anti-corruption agency of the country. Rightfully, he should not even be offering himself to run again, to be the leader of this country, while his thing not straight. And you know, sometimes I think that people don't understand how important it is that we root out the corruption out of the country. When you have a drill being purchased for $31.5 million for Bustamante Children's Hospital that doesn't even have a CAT scan machine. When that drill was available for between $3 and $4 million. That $27 million which was spent, which should not have been spent, could have done so much for the health system. And the people of Jamaica are suffering with a public health system that treats them without dignity, that puts them through sufferation, long waits in corridors, sitting on benches, sitting on chairs, can't get a bed, feeling pain. The People's National Party will deliver a health system that is for the people, where the people will be cared for with dignity. Comrades, when we look at the education system, we hear the horror stories. We hear just this week gone of a high school in Kingston where 60% of the children in the first form cannot read and write. And they are not a unique case. That situation is replicated, exists right across the country. And that is a disaster in the making for Jamaica, because when those children leave school, they are not going to be ready for the world of work, for the knowledge-based economy of the 21st century. We have to fix the problem. Comrade Damian Crawford has the plan for education to provide remediation for the children in the high schools who need it, and then to deal with the early childhood and primary education system so our children can read and write, can do the basic arithmetic by the time them come to move into high school. We know that absenteeism is a problem, and it is rooted in poverty in the country. Parents struggling to find lunch money to send their children to school. Rural Jamaica, the parents struggling to find the bus fare, the taxi fare to send them children to school. And too many of our students are not going to school 5 days a week. They're missing 1 or 2 days every week. All three to thank you. And that is why we have the EASE program. We recognize that over half of Jamaican people are suffering from food insecurity, moderate to severe food insecurity. They're not getting the necessary nutrition to be healthy. So we have to do something about it, and that is why under the People's National Party government led by Ayman Mark G, all needy children will come to school and get at least 1 hot, nutritious meal a day. And we're going to work it with the farmers so it will drive production and will help to build the farming industry as well. And we're going to provide a subsidy for families that can't afford the bus system and the taxi system transportation for rural Jamaican students. We're starting with 20,000 families across Jamaica. And as the economy improves and the situation improves, we will expand that service, moving up to 50 and then to 70,000 families across Jamaica. So we're easing the burden on the people, so the children can be educated and the children can move forward. That's why we have the First in Family Scholarship. We recognize that education is the best antidote to poverty. And that is why we say, if you are the first person in your household, in your family, to qualify for tertiary education, for university or college, the People's National Party government under Ayman Mark G, we will ensure that you get a full scholarship so that you can get the benefit of tertiary education and uplift your family, uplift your brothers and sisters, so that the poverty that you experience and that your parents went through will not be passed to the next generation, but they will be better off. We know the housing crisis in the country. Andrew Hone is trying to say that the rent-to-own policy is theirs. They don't have a rent-to-own policy. We developed that policy. First in 2018, Damian Crawford came up with it, and it was in our manifesto for the 2020 general election. And we intend to roll it out when we form government. So if you are somebody who can't prove your income because you don't have a job that gives you a pay slip every month, but your work, your money said way, and you want to become an owner, we will allow you to come into possession of the house, initially as a tenant, pay the rent equal to the mortgage, and after a reasonable period of time, we have in mind 6 months, we say, yes, you're making your payments, you qualify for the mortgage, draw down the loan and move from being a tenant to being an owner with your owner door key. The PNP is for the people.